This is an ABC Action News Tracking the Tropics update.
Brought to you by the Wise Company. You can't prevent certain events in life, but you can prepare for them.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Chief Meteorologist Denis Phillips, and boy, oh boy, we've got a lot to talk about in the tropics. And shouldn't surprise anyone, we're right around September 10th, and historically that's the peak of the hurricane season. So nothing unusual about this development. Usually drops down pretty quickly into October, then bumps up again mid to late October in the Gulf and the Caribbean, historically. But we all know the last major hurricane to hit Tampa, 1921. So obviously it's pretty rare even when it does happen. Still, we're keeping our eyes on a very active tropical picture. Now we're going to go one by one through all of this. First of all, this little area not expected to develop. This is Florence. It was Category 4 a few days ago, back down to a tropical storm, but we're expecting it to redevelop again to tropical storm and hurricane force 4 status down the road. In fact, you notice by day 5, that's what the Hurricane Center's got it at. Big question is, where is it going to go? Well, on the plus side, there have been 79 storms located where Florence is right now since 1851. None have hit the United States. And yet, all of our models believe a big ridge is going to form right here. And if it does, it's going to force Florence into the U.S. Now, if there's a break in that ridge, it could turn. If the ridge isn't as strong as the models think, it could turn. A lot of things could happen and probably will happen before this. But my point is, regardless, if you have any family or friends in that area, they're going to want to stay tuned to this one, because if that ridge builds and this goes in, it could be a very strong hurricane when it comes through. We've got a new depression, Tropical Depression number 8 off the coast of Africa. It's expected to turn. It's so far out, though, you never know. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one. And then yet another one, and this is one probably we have to keep our eyes a little bit closer on, only because this Tropical Depression number 9 is expected to go into the Caribbean. Now, if that happens, we all know what can happen. Caribbean tropical storms and hurricanes have the possibility, the propensity to go into the Gulf of Mexico. If that does, then obviously we know why it's an issue. So, not saying it's going to happen, probably won't, but still, this is the time of the year that we need to watch it, and that storm is actually stationary right now, just kind of getting its act together. So, over the weekend, nothing to worry about. Well, with that water temperature at 86 degrees, that's why we don't want anything out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Still plenty warm enough for tropical development.